today with a haul for you guys. I literally just got back from my Asia trip to Singapore and Tokyo like yesterday, so I wanted to get this haul up for you guys while everything's so fresh. I am, however, like still feeling very dehydrated and like kind of disoriented, so just bear with me. But I wanted to start off with Singapore as that was like my first stop of the trip. The main thing I wanted to get from Singapore was BACHA coffee. You guys probably know already. I think it's very popular because I would see so many people with the orange bags, and right before the trip I actually got one as a gift, and I just like completely fell in love with it because it just tasted like how all black coffee should taste like. I tend to prefer mocha flavors when it comes to black coffee, and then I just don't like any type of like citrusy notes because I feel like that can make it a little bit sour. And then this coffee is a drip coffee, of course, and then it just tasted so good, like a classic black coffee. So I went into the store in MBS, Marina Bay Sands, ready to buy like literally 10 boxes of them because each box I think comes with like 12 packets. So that's only like 12 days, like that's not a lot. And when I got there, I was specifically looking for that, and then turns out they were all out of it. So I got some recommendations from the sales associates, like which one would be the most similar to the one that I wanted. Let me actually just take you there because I bought a bunch. So this is the one that the sales associate told me that is the most similar to the one that I wanted. I tried this yesterday and today, and honestly, like, yes, they're similar, but this one has a bit more of a bittery taste. I mean, obviously it wasn't gonna be the same, I know that, but I'm honestly a little bit bitter, no pun intended, about not being able to buy the one that I really wanted. I think I bought like 3 of these actually, but it's okay. Like, I'm going to go through them like really fast. And if you drink this with like a sweet cracker or something like that, it's gonna be like a perfect balance. So this is the main one that I got, and then we are going on top. So this is the rest of the coffee that I got. I pretty much bought like one of each flavor that like sounded good to me. I think this one, I forget. Was this like a chocolatey one? You can smell each and every one of them there in the store. One of them was very hazelnutty. I know I'm like doing a terrible job explaining. And then this one, the birthday wish. I mean, I love the name of it. I remember this one being the last one that I put in the basket. Like, it was like a last minute thing. It smelled great, so I was like, okay, done. These two I'm pretty sure are the same one that I showed you. This I honestly got for the packaging. Oh, I can actually smell this. So the notes for this one are strawberries and cream, and it smells literally like strawberries and cream. It's amazing. I normally wouldn't go for a coffee that tastes like a dessert, but it just kind of tasted good. And again, the packaging was the main reason I got it. Hello. And yes, I am standing on top of my kitchen cabinets right now, and I felt like once I finished this up, I could like use it for something else. I don't know, I was just like in vacation mode, and whatever was calling out my name, I just bought. Next up was Biologique Recherche. I didn't get to buy a ton while I was in London. So when I saw that they had like a standalone boutique or like a standalone store inside MBS, I decided to go in and check it out. It was my first time seeing like an actual standalone store. I'm pretty sure back in the States, like we don't have that here. I usually get it from like my local med spas or any like online med spas that carry this brand. And I'm pretty sure we don't have their sunscreen yet because of all these like regulations that are different in the States. So when I saw that they had the sunscreen, I decided to pick this up. I got the one that's SPF 50. And then the second part of my Singapore trip, I switched hotels to Raffles Hotel. I love that hotel so much. It is one of the most gorgeous hotels I've ever been to. And then I had a BR facial there because they had the BR ambassadors at their spa. Facial I got was some like oxygen stuff, and it was so funny. As soon as I showed up there, the ambassador, or like the therapist they call, he was like, you look tired, so this facial is going to like basically bring you back to life. And it really did. Right after the facial, I looked myself in the mirror, and my face, like my skin, looked filtered. The results like said it all. So I really got sucked into it, and I purchased some products right after the facial. So he used this mask on me, the VIP O2, so I had to get this. He said that this is the only mask from BR that is safe to use on the eyes. And I feel like with a lot of products out there, we tend to avoid the eyelid area because a lot of the products are not obviously like safe to like go in the eyeballs. So I loved how this was safe to use on the eyes itself. Like He literally put everything, like even on my lashes. I know there was like some residue at the end and it still didn't hurt, so that's how gentle this is. This mask just brings oxygen to the skin like immediately. Gentle yet effective mask. And then he also said that after like a long day of like staring at the screen, like this would be really good to just, you know, keep your eyes hydrated. So that really sold me. So I got this. And then the other serum is actually in the fridge. Let me go grab it. I like to keep my BR serums in the fridge because keeping them refrigerated kind of prolongs the life of them, and I like to like keep it fresh. So I bought this one, the Amniotique. I told him all the serums that I have or have used so far, and he said that you have all these like treatment type of serums like elastin, colostrum or collagen and like all that stuff, and he said this would be good to have as like a foundational like hydration or hydrating serum. So I picked this up in the big bottle. Oh, and then I forgot to mention, from the BR store inside Marina Bay Sands, when I got the sunscreen, I also got another like a backup of the Mask Vivant because I've been using this a ton. I love this mask when I take a bath. It is such a nice mask to use when you're taking like a hot bath. When you rinse this off, your face is just like baby smooth. A little heads up that this smells incredibly strong. So if you can, I wouldn't purchase this without smelling it first because you gotta know your like tolerance to this smell. It is that strong and it's not a cheap mask. So I don't want you guys to like purchase this online and like hate it, because even now, I can smell it, and this is sealed, like unopened, and I can still smell it. And once you guys open this, you can smell it. It is that strong. So just a little heads up. And then some Tokyo goodies. Every time I go to Tokyo, I go to this one clothing store. It is called Joseph. I don't know why I'm holding this up as if it's like the shopping bag that says the brand, but it's like the name like Joseph. It's based in the UK. I mentioned this in my last Asia haul video, like the Tokyo and Taipei one, because that was my first time buying something from this brand. What did I say? I always get this mixed up, but it's either designed in Japan and made in the UK or vice versa. I even asked the sales associate this time. Can't remember right now, but you can refer back to the video because what I said in the video was correct. But Joseph is a brand that I just love. They have really nice clothes, and they also have like a wide range of prices. They tend to be a little bit pricier, but there are more affordable pieces, and they're just really good with like basics with a twist. You can just see all the little details that like really go into each and every piece. Last year I bought this periwinkle jacket that I love so much. As soon as I touched it, I knew I had to get it. It was a lot pricier than I thought, but I knew it was going to be good quality because when I touched it, it was just so soft, and it made sense because it was like wool blended with silk. So this time I had like really high hopes. That was kind of like the main like clothing store I wanted to look at, and I didn't get a chance to check out the store in London while I was there last month. So this is what I picked up. These are just simple black leather trousers. It honestly doesn't look like much, but these fit like a glove. I didn't have any expectations because a lot of their models are really tall. I'm a petite girl, like 5'3", so I was kind of dreading like trying them on because I don't like to get leather tailored. Like you have to go to a good tailor, which is kind of hard to find. And I've seen some pictures online from like Joseph where these models are like 6 feet and all their pants look cropped, but in reality, if I were to try them on, they would be like hitting the floors. So I was kind of expecting that, but when I tried these on, they made me feel like these were made for me. It's 100% leather, so I know it could stretch a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but the fit is like in between straight and skinny. There's no flare. I'm not a huge fan of like flared pants. They're not really that flattering on me, I wish. And I have so many leather leggings. You guys know I wear them all the time. So these are kind of like a grown-up version, like a step up. I love that these are actual trousers, like actual pants with a buckle and like a place to put your belt around. It's just the cleanest design, and the full length hits right at my ankle. So it was literally like the most perfect, like everything I was looking for. So I was really happy with this. That is definitely an investment piece. I mean, all my leather pieces are, I treat them as an investment, but because they were so expensive, I didn't even bother like trying to find anything else to buy. But in general, I do recommend that brand. And then of course, while I was in Tokyo, I had to go to that crazy store, Don Quixote. This time I went to a smaller one, which was still kind of crazy, like very overwhelming. I'm not sure which one it was because I was just following my friends after dinner. I did pick up a few things. They had a good amount of like makeup. I started watching this makeup artist in Korea and she mentioned that XL has a lot of good stuff. So this was a blush that she recommended, but honestly I had no idea like what to look for because most of the stuff is all in Japanese and like I cannot read a single word or a single letter. But I remember her saying that it's number 4 toast. And this one on the back, it just says SB04, like 04, and then some Japanese words. So I'm guessing that's toast. But I think I got the right shade because it's supposed to be kind of like a bronzy blush, almost like combined together. It looks really bronzy, right? With a little bit of like a pink tone. When it comes to blush, I really like subtle, like rosy and natural looking blushes, and this looks like it would tick off a lot of boxes for me. So I really hope this is good. And then you guys know that I've been loving the Too Cool for School bronzer. I used the one number 1 classic. I think I got the right one, and I just ran out of this right before the trip. And even though this is in Japanese, I believe this is Korean, I still saw it and I have been meaning to like pick one up, so I decided to get this. And I think this one comes with a brush. I don't really hear it, but do you see the sticker? Does this come with a brush? I mean, that'd be great. This really was the best bronzer of 2023 for me. The texture is amazing. The color, there is really nothing like it. This shade on my skin tone at least is truly like not too warm, not too cool. It is so perfect. And there's something like powderiness about the texture where it like fills up all your pores. So it has a flawless finish. And I'm pretty sure if I go through this again, I'm probably gonna get another one of this. And then I picked up 2 things from this brand, Kiss Me. So this is actually a brand that I basically grew up with all the way through like middle school, high school. Like this is a brand that Koreans are very familiar with. They're known for their mascaras, which are like smudge proof, sweat proof, tear proof. But I've always been a Maybelline girl and L'Oreal. Like those 2 are my favorites when it comes to mascaras. But I felt like it was time for me to finally give this brand a try. So I picked up 2 things. The first one is their mascara primer. I'm honestly not even sure because as you can see, there's like 0 English on the front. I used Google Translate and just kind of judging by like the illustrations, I was like, this kind of looks like a primer. I've been using the Dior one a lot, but I don't know, I'm always down to try something new. And then this is, I believe, a liquid eyeliner in the shade Mocha Grayish. So last year when I was in Tokyo, I bought 2 liquid eyeliners from Dolly Wink. I know you can get Dolly Wink, like especially if you live in LA or like just online. So when I went back this time, I wanted to get more because the shades in Japan, like for eyeliner especially, they just have really unique shades that are not just black or like dark brown. They have light brown, they have like a grayish brown. I even saw a pink one, like a pinky brown, but I couldn't find Dolly Wink this time. So that was kind of part of the reason why I was like, okay, let's try Kiss Me. Grayish is like gray and beige, right? So I feel like this would be a really subtle, pretty shade. And then at the airport, like before flying home, I saw this brand Suqqu, I want to say, Suqqu. I discovered this brand this year, or I guess last year, like 2023, because I heard someone talk about it, but it's a very like hard to get kind of brand. Like you just don't see that here in the States. And this was like the introductory product from this brand, for me at least, the liquid luster eyes. It's always stuff like this for me, like a glittery, pretty bronzy, like cream eyeshadow. I honestly wanted to buy every single one of them. I swatched all of them and they were so pretty. I mean, first of all, look at the packaging. How gorgeous and like luxurious, and every single one of them was just so gorgeous with like really fine glitter, like multifaceted. And they reminded me of the Chanel eyeshadow that I have, New Moon. These glitter bits, there's like different colors into one shade, so it just makes it so much more like dimensional. And I wanted to get more, but I was like, just stick to one that you know that you're going to like. Number 4, something number 4. This is like the most like bronzy brown shade that I know I tend to like go for. Oh yeah, the formula. This was a one swatch, right? It's not too thick, it's not too opaque, it's kind of sheer, which I thought was so nice. Most of these cream eyeshadows tend to be very, very opaque, so it's kind of hard to like work with them because they tend to dry pretty fast. But this one was sheer, so I feel like it gives you a lot of room to like work with it. And when you blend it out, there's all these like silver sparkles that you probably won't be able to see on camera, which makes me sad. Actually, no, this is like a blend of gold and silver sparkles. So pretty. I'm so excited to use it. And that's my hand after a swatch. So it's very sheer, which is less daunting and like more approachable. And then I saw that they had an eyebrow liquid pen. I mean, I'm sure you can buy like a liquid eyeliner like this, like a liquid pen eyeliner, and kind of use it on your brows as well. But I just wanted to like try something more from this brand, not just the cream eyeshadow. So this is the Framing Eyebrow Liquid Pen in the shade 3. Again, like I just kind of went with what I felt like was going to match me. This is the packaging, very pretty. It shows the color. Oh, I think this is gonna be good. Can you tell? I mean, right now my hair is like really dark, right? But I never go with like dark brown or black for my eyebrow pencils. It's always like neutral or like lighter shades because I feel like they already do so much. It's a lot easier to work with lighter shades and like build up rather than just going with like a black color. I'm excited to try this. So those are some of the things that I want to share with you guys today as part of my Asia haul. Right now I am working on my Asia vlogs. I think I'm gonna do Tokyo and Singapore separate because of all the footage that I have. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions about any of the products that I showed you guys today, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!